start the show. So today we'll be entering Arkovia, which is more or less the second act. Hey Joe, 5 seconds in. That's the fastest you made so far. Oh, they are allowing me to enter that area already. And Old Grove. How am I not knowing that yet? Oh my god, I'm disgusted about my derpiness somehow. I didn't know that there was a bridge down there too. Must have been added a while ago, and I somehow... You pre-typed it even. Wow. Alright, let's see how good this'll go today. Brutal Slam. Pneumatic Burst. Berserk. No longer assigned. Alright. Let's see how we will do today. Because the game really will amp up in difficulty now a lot. Arkovia is a lot more annoying than the stuff we did before. So, what to learn next? That's a difficult one, but for now I want to amplify my base skills a little bit more. Alrighty. Let's just hope I won't be bursted down by surprise. That's my biggest fear right now. Okay, that's a really, really big horde. Let's kite that out. Into more enemies? Oh yeah. Alright. Let's see how bad it'll go. I'll dive into the ranged guys there. My god, that's some AoE. Not bad. Alright, a lot easier than I thought. There we go. Ow. Dang. Oh, I'm already bound to report back at this point. I don't really want that. How about this? Attack speed on the gloves, but less than I already got. And it's the wrong character class. No thanks. Alright. Now, let's do this.
Well, you work, Derry. We have to hit them hard and fast. Leave no room for a
Yeah, I will kill Darius Cronley, of course. Okay, that was not really necessary to talk with that guy, but you never know. Alright. Okay. Well, so far it's not much of a difference here in difficulty. Nice. Ah, yeah, of course we can talk with him, but that didn't really add up too much. The real interesting thing here is that we will acquire dynamite from here on, and this will help me unlock new areas where I can die. Lovely. Okay. There we go. Wow. That worked so much better than I thought it would. But I really need to work on some sort of survivability, something like Life Leech or, I don't know. Did I have any equip on me that I really wanted to gear up? Not really. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the wonderful madman who wants to burn his family. Okay. Alright, we did it this time. Sometimes you can just pick the wrong answers and he will just incinerate the house. Not fun.
That skill's not ready.
Really, really not fun. So. Oh, nice. Let's put the points in there. I really want to max out the first part of that skill. And then, let's see, think about where to next. Alright, there we go. I'll head down there first. So I hope you had a nice day today. My day was still a little bit mixed, still not feeling too healthy, but at the same time I really wanted to distract myself a bit, you know. But every day was a little bit better than the last one, so I'm quite positive here. Okay, a totem. A nice moment to die. Let's run away first. I never want to be in that cluster. Alright. That healing skill. Let's keep kiting for now. Ideally, I want to deal with it with just one at a time. Let's see. Hey there, Rissy. Yeah, I am totally surprised about that as well. Gotta admit, I really thought that this project would not last 3 play days, but well, here we are. Doesn't seem like we're stopping today for now. Well, maybe we will be stopped today. Arkovia is a completely different area than Burwich. I mean, I felt quite happy that I managed Burwich, but well, ooh, shouldn't be standing in these AoEs just like the fool. Okay, Falcon's Claw, two-handed axe, dang. Restored Gauntlets of Thunder. I won't be picking up anything which has ooh, I can't wear my spoilers right now. Obscene. I won't be picking up anything which has less attack speed than the stuff I've got already. Just a no-go. This is looking nice, isn't it? Physique, health regen, even some move speed. Everything I could want. So, let's see, I'm using Bristly Furs here. Do I still own one? Doesn't look like it. So, well, it's not really a downgrade even without the add-on. So happy to have you, friends. I hope I will survive one more time. So far, this character works out pretty decently. The only thing I'm very worried about is the fact that the self-sustain is just not there yet, and I have literally no clue how to achieve it except for to wait for RNG and gift me some nice items. But I definitely would want to keep an eye out for items which do actively grant healing on hit, or life leech in that sense, because that would help a lot. And I'm pretty convinced that I might be either able to upgrade that via components, or just directly get some nice weapons. So, mid-term plans. Alright. But so far, we're doing great, considering that I can't turn the game hotter than it already is. For now. Yeah, like I said, every day a little bit better. At least I did not have any serious fever today. The highest temperature was 70, no, 37. 70 would be problematic. 37.5, so it's not really fever anymore. Just enough to make me feel a little bit bad and unfocused. The biggest issue today was the lack of focus. Like, I really had issues staying focused at things. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage. Yikes. Okay. So when they lob that stuff, I really should take that serious. Alright. These are the situations where you can easily just get one shot. Okay. It looks like I just need to amp up my vitality more and more, and I should be quite fine. Let's invest 5 of those points into physique. Won't be bad at all, because that just enables me to wear heavier armor. Nobody will be unhappy about that. Oh, another totem to kill myself at. Wonderful. Alright, oh boy, it's the skeletal army. That's really bad. These skeletal enemies got a skill which can immobilize you directly. So basically you don't get to move anymore. For a moment, that is. But these are extremely, extremely deadly skills in my opinion, because being immobile is one of the worst things you can possibly that could possibly happen to you. Let's see how this will go. Alright. There we go. That's the skill. It might be only a really, really short moment where you get immobilized, but when you're surrounded by thousands of enemies, that's already a problematic thing for sure. Alright, the first of the giants is down. It's like they didn't bring more of them. Good. Oh, there's one more of them. Oh, that's bad. Let's kite that back for now. I don't have a good feeling with that, and... Alright, let's take down the Gargantuan. And after that, I want to move one more time. Right now already. Just too low, no pod. Very, very scary. Let's just return this time and take him down. Wonderful. Hey, Yorin. Yeah, well... I think it's the time of the year, you know? I'm just happy I got better. Last weekend wasn't really fun. Like, last weekend was basically the worst. After that, everything turned better. Dat beater. One-handed mace. Doesn't look better than the stuff I already got. Amethyst Ring of Vitality. I only want items that offer me attack speed on that slot, so no thanks. Well... I should be picking up that stuff, but I don't want to go for sales orgies today. Oh, there's this guy. This guy asks me to kill somebody up the road, and the guy up the road says he tried to do nasty things to his daughter. I love this game. Not nice. Definitely not nice. Alright, so where does this cave go? Oh, the Spine Cove was a big one. And it was full of ghosts. Let's see how good that'll go. Most of my characters I had little to no issues with ghosts, but so far it doesn't look like we're doing too well here. They die quite slow. Alright. Bone Charm of Alacrity. Alacrity is good. 8% attack speed. Man. So sad that it doesn't feature more health. Health is way too important to ignore it. That amount of health on my amulet right now is way more important than 8% attack speed. Yeah, that area here is pretty difficult. I might be chickening out at some point if I see that things go too bad. There's a pretty nasty boss in the center of this area here. And that might be an issue, but I want to try out how good I can deal with that situation already. This character is quite beefy after all. Oh my god, but I'm taking a lot of damage. Feels quite gambly here. I really need to fall back so often. But maybe it's just the boss who deals that much regenerator. At least that's a pretty harmless trade. So let's get rid of the crossbow guys. God, that's a complete squad of yellow enemies. I shouldn't be too surprised about the firepower. Alright, there we go. I believe spectral enemies have a lot of physical resistance. They should. I mean, let's check it out. My damage is... there's physical... and... yeah, well, I literally don't deal too much other damage. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly physical. And only a small portion of fire. Most characters I've played down here had quite high elemental damage. So that's the guy I was talking about. It's a pretty big boss. And could be the end of this run actually if I don't play it correctly. It all depends on how much damage he can deal to me. I really enjoy how easily I'm clearing out the mobs around him. Like, due to the AoE of my basic attacks, he doesn't have too much chance to allocate any minions around himself. That's looking good, actually. I've got a pod open, so, yeah. That sums up a pretty positive verdict about this character.
Very personal.
Ooh, thank you. I'll check that out in a sec when I'm not that threatened to die anymore. Goodbye. So, Blanku Gaming. Oh, Blank, hi there. Yes, it's awesome to see you here. And immediately subscribed. Well, is there anything Joe can't do? Happy to have you, man. Nice to have you here. Hope you had a day that was a little bit less worse than usual. Ah, just kidding. Hope you're fine. Oh, that belt. It has Nightblade skills, but it doesn't feature any health whatsoever. Impulse control? Well, that's the stuff I'm bad at. So we definitely won't be going for the Skeleton Key dungeon down here. I don't know how they're called among long-term gamers of this game. They definitely do have a name. But I don't feel up for that. But seriously, apart from dealing a lot of damage, I'm really dealing well with that. Never heard of it. So That's cool. We got a lot of impulse... people with impulse problems. Could be worse. Feel like I'm in good company here. Alright. Okay. So that one boss was more dangerous than the actual skull boss. Good stuff. More? Right, thank you. So this looks dangerous though. Let's wait them out. The thing about specters is they really like to just suddenly spawn all around you. That's why I wanted to call the herd a little bit before going for that. So, here we go. I also wanted to ask if you guys are also interested in some daytime stream from time to time. Because today I was thinking like I could also stream during the day hours, but only if you guys are interested in that. Because lately I considered there's a lot of games I like to play, like for example Stellaris, which are just not that compatible for YouTube because of their extremely long gameplay times, and I really don't feel too fond of all that video editing which would be necessary. So, thanks for the follow. Alright. Aw, wonderful. They separated, they went separate ways. That's perfect. Had a lot of trouble with 3 of them at once. Let's see. Ooh. I won't be able to face tank that for an indefinite amount of time, but maybe I can tank it long enough to just take down one of them. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, well, it's... After all my streams will be released as a video one day, so you basically won't be missing everything. And, you know, Joe, if you're not around at every stream, you actually leave some people room to subscribe to my channel on their own. That might be not the worst of things. Not that I'm not grateful, but... Well, the main thing was just I was thinking about there are so many games that I... Good to know, Jorn. I didn't know. There are so many games that I actually like to play, but they are so badly compatible with YouTube because people just don't have that attention span there, as it seems for me. So let's see. Physical. What can we take here? Scholar's Light, elemental damage. No. Bleeding damage. Cunning, bleeding damage. No. Anvil. Defensive ability, physique, armor. Nah. Definitely not my thing. Offensive animal. No. Poison damage. No. Vitality, bleeding, vitality, bleeding, vitality. But we could convert attack damage into health, and that has a chance of happening. I do have an attention span, if you believe it or not. So, man. Thing is, I don't want to dip too deep into elemental damage things. What about the tortoise? Well, it might be a little bit lame, but I'll actually take that. Just some more resilience. I was just talking to... good one. Attention spans. So... that would be really awesome to have a few people watching these things, because I really love to play 4X games a lot, but I really realized that I have no clue how to establish them as a regular thing on YouTube, and, well, we'll do it like that, I guess. Alright, Crumbling Watch should be a lot easier, because skeletons are not that physical resistant. Alright. Now, we got this nailed down. Static Strike would give me the option of lightning damage, not bad. So, Whirling Death. 360-degree arc. Nice. Piercing and bleeding damage. Cold damage. Well, I'll follow the Nightblade for now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. For me, it's some... I don't know. My wife and me, we got like a headache that's been following us since weeks, and a constant feeling of just feeling not too healthy. It started when the kindergarten went back on, and I strongly assume that it's just the sum of bacteria the kindergarten breeds, and we just have to endure that until we grew stronger than that. There we go. I hope you're getting better soon. Cough is such a annoying thing, and it's really exhausting as well. 2 weeks of coughing is something, you know, it grows more and more painful the longer you got it. At least for me, it is like that. Like when all the muscles are already exhausted from the constant strain of coughing, that's just the worst. Oh yeah, me too. Chicken soup is the best for that. Luckily, I love to cook. Dang, we're ripping them. Alright, so if it's no ghost, things are working out absolutely fine. Oh man, poor you. Hope you're getting better soon. I was so happy that at least the fever went away today, because that moment yesterday when I was just like, oh well, I just want to sleep and nothing else. Even my wife was like, normally when you're ill you just keep playing computer games. I'm worried. You want to sleep during the day hours. It's usually not me. But everything was just so friggin' exhausting. Oh my god, this area is wonderful. Also, I really feel like... A few days ago, I started a ranged character. Just a ranged auto-attacker. And I realized, when I did that, how strong melee characters are in this game. Or at least they seem. Let's wait for the late game. There's always a late game, so... In ARPGs, it's all about the late game. If you get squished like a melon in just one blow or not. If I'm asleep before 10, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That was the moment when I knew I was quite ill. Alright. So, there's a bunch of ethereals up here. There we go. Kill Darius Cronley. Speak to Quaid. Follow the emissary. Stephen Skinner. I think there was an encampment next to that rift gate. Well, getting to bed early. To me, the most interesting thing is, if I start sleeping 8 hours or more per day, I feel horribly. I get backaches, I am very, very moody, I really feel unhappy quite quickly, feel awesome when I sleep 6 to 7 hours per day. Took me a while to discover that. Oh yeah. Like, sleeping too long is just not good for my back. My back hates that, and I often get headaches. Maybe it's also because I'm just sitting too much in front of my computer, but, you know, the human being of the 21st century is just meant to be a link between flesh and machine. Maybe not that extreme, but I think that's just where humanity will go. More and more computers, more and more VR, more and more every connection with a machine, with a connection between human and machine. So I don't feel bad about dwelling so much in front of my computer. So, collect dynamite, destroy the bandit barricade. Okay, gotcha. Feels like my life. There has to be a reason why you keep hanging around like that, and why you're supporting me that hard, and why I like you that much. And I liked you already that much before you turned out that generous, gotta say. I really felt like it was such a friendly gesture from you that you wanted to send me better hardware just to get my videos into a better quality. I was by far the most friendly thing that has happened to me since I started my career as a content creator. And that really meant a lot for me. Still does. Alright. Almost 5k HP. Not bad. So how many pieces of my gear could be upgraded with bristly fur? None. Oh well, one of that. You forgot about that. Well, I didn't. So that's the bandit barricade. Was that bridge worth going for it? Well, we'll try. Still sitting on the shelf. Well, luckily, I gotta say, the upgrade I went for here is a tad bit larger than that one you offered me. Alright, Staunton Mine. More dynamite for us. I really gotta be careful with the wasps here. They might be dying very quickly, but they also deal a lot of venom damage, and venom damage is always very dangerous. Well, if that thing is still sitting on your shelf when my son is old enough to get his own computer, I might be coming back to that. Yeah, well, good computers are definitely worth it, especially if you want to earn money with it. Alright, we gotta be careful. Nicholas Balthazar is one really, really dangerous guy. He bursts a lot. Let's see, but it looks like I can mitigate a lot of that directly.
You're welcome.
So, I'll check out those nice things in a sec, when there's no more risk of dying. There's a lot of damage on that guy, but seriously, I'm so surprised about the fortitude of this build. Die. Alright, so I think that was a follow, but I didn't catch it, so... or... dang. Went away too fast. I'll just say thank you and check it out later. Physical damage plus to flame touched. Holy moly, that one was good. Hey, Sirliane. Hello there.
This is very personal.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I was too fast for the naked eye, I see. Well, I'd rather say I preferred to focus on battle. But I think that your version sounds a lot cooler. So we'll stick with that. Hope you're feeling fine and welcome. Thanks for the follow. And of course, thanks for the subscription. Alright. I'm really curious if I'll make it today here. My eyes are always naked. hard to believe that they are not ashamed of that. I was just checking out if I could do a good joke about that, but it just didn't happen. Ether resistance, none. Gronley will be such a problem for me. Come on, attack me. I'm here. Okay, here we go. Seems like the wasps didn't want to go for me. Here. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, that's working out decently. Corrupted.
That skill's not ready.
Alrighty, here we go. Or is there a different reason why you're asking, Hyorin? Yeah, it was because of Cronley, right? Yeah, I know. So I consider visiting a vendor and checking out if he sells some ether resistance potions, and probably I might be interested in scouring for some ether resistance gear as well. That might be an option too. Also, there are a lot of side areas which I can also go for. Like, now that I'm able to grind dynamite out here, that opens up a lot of new options. Alrighty. The DPS so far of that build is really awesome. At least I'm very, very happy with it. Didn't expect to be that effective that early. Was really considering for a moment that skill which would allow me to gain back some health on hit, even though it would buff completely different damage stats. I really want to have some damage into life conversion, because otherwise those reflective enemies are sooner or later really a big issue. I mean, sure, the pneumatic burst heals up a lot and it gives me a nice amount of health regen and whatnot, but it's no long-term solution. Alright. Although I'm pretty sure that I will use the pneumatic burst quite much for the rest of my career on this character. Alright. Blood Reaper's Cleaver. That sounds like a one-handed item. So I will pick this up because it's a Nightblade set item. Although it's level 20. Oh man, it's way beneath me. Dang. Too bad. Not even worth taking, you know. Because by the time I would receive more parts of that set, they would be even more dated than they already are. Hey there, skeletons. Nice to meet you. Blade Barrier. Let's check that out. Oh yeah, that's one I definitely should learn to. You're right. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah. It does. I totally forgot about that one. I think I laid my eye on it during the last run, but then I forgot about it. That should be a really good option. I mean, it's pretty timing. It's a timing relevant thing. But the fact that it immobilizes me, well, a lot of boss fights so far were working out like I'm not moving, I'm just face tanking and fighting it. So the synergy is there. Let's pick that up on the next level. Yeah, exactly. But it's really good when you're nailed down in an unfortunate situation, no pots, life already running low. That's exactly that kind of moment where you're super happy if you have another thing which is buying some time for you. That's why I'm skilling the tortoise after all, because that's yet another oh shit, passive oh shit button basically. Alrighty. But those skeleton mobs, they're just farm. I like that. Yeah, that was the last Rover Elder. Oh, hi there, friends. Nice to unmeet you. Alright, there we go. I see. 5 minutes cooldown. See. No, it's only 30 seconds, 36 seconds on that one. So that's not a... That's not even that high. The pot has... Oh, how much cooldown have potions? They don't show me. Sadly. Alright. Let's detonate that thing. And return to the rover site for a moment to just get into the rewards here. There we go. What do you want from me? Ah, you wanted me to destroy that barricade. I see, I see. Wonderful. Okay, yet another level. So, Blade Barrier will be acquired at this point. Let's go deeper into that skill tree. I really want all these skills because I'm a really auto-attack based build. And, well... Or let's see, is that thing even worth it? But yes, it is. Oh my god, it is! That's so much damage, I need that. Jeez. How could I have even thought about not taking that? Yeah. It's definitely worth pumping up my basic masteries all the way up to 50. These skills are always that good at the end of the skill bar. Alright, deeper into Arcovia we go. Still feel like everything works out better than I anticipated it. I should be slowing down when we enter Cronley's refuge and then try and stack up some ether resistance. I mean, I might have been able to deal with Warden Creek, but Cronley is even more dangerous than Creek. And, you know, I will never be unhappy about more resistances, I'm pretty sure about that. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, exactly. I rather take a safe fight that takes a little bit longer over a volatile fight that has always that risk of insta-killing me. Alright, those stone tusks are a little bit more resilient. Pretty sure they are resistant against my damage types here. Oh yeah. Be very, very careful with these Shambless. The first pack of them was really scary. And yeah, these stones they lob, they deal so much damage. Alright, there we go. Prancing around them was the best choice to go for. There we go. Oh, that's a handful of wasps. But yeah, I don't need to be shy about diving into them like this anymore. That's good. That's a sign of vital progress. Bosses? Only one boss, okay. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Oh, the Stirring Hive. Let's see. So far, I'm not too concerned about this one. Famous last words. But jokes aside, these enemies are all that low on HP, and that makes it so easy for me to just mow through them. Quick Draw Gloves, that's stuff I could use. It doesn't have pneumatic burst bonus, but it has a lot of attack speed bonus, and they have a lot more armor than the gloves I'm using right now. So let's see. Downgrade to my DPS though. Well. But I don't want to forego that much more armor. Well, I'm pretty sure that I will be one-shot at some point. That's usually how my runs end, but let's see how good I can avoid that. I mean, so far, it went all quite well. Here we go. Here's the Grand Queen.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, well, my HP are not being really reduced here, so that boss is also doable. Not bad.
Can't do that.
Just takes a while. But when I created that character, I didn't, or when the audience decided that I get to play that character combo, I didn't expect that much success. Oh no, why? These are so good stats until they are not. Oh, dang. No life, wrong damage types, but 30% physical. That's nice. But no life, no extra HP, no damage types I'm really using, except for the physical. So that sadly wasn't that appealing to me. Alright. I want to return to Devil's Crossing for a moment, acquire the bristly furs, and upgrade my things. Because I definitely feel a lot safer with those extra HP. There we go. So, can we sell something, for example? I'm carrying around way too much stuff. Now, nobody needs those. Since we're playing SSF, I don't want to store too many things. So let's just sell off some junk. Alright. Well, let's see what kind of things we could create at that point. Belts. Can I create anything which is also working for belts? I don't think it works like that, doesn't it? Dang. I think at the chest it was easier to see. I actually don't own anything which works on belts. Bad luck. So let's see, was there a ring I wanted to use? Otherwise I'll be selling these off. That one has attack speed, but it has no health. 10% health. These are all really not that interesting, so let's sell them away too before they confuse me any longer. Wait a sec. Oh, dang. This guy doesn't buy anything. Alright. The Slith Primal Ring. Okay. I definitely want to keep the add-on here. So, let's see. They don't sell any resistance tonics, or at least that guy doesn't. Is there another trader here? Here. Also no tonics. Dang. Do I already own one? No. Lovely. So I definitely want to keep an eye out for ether resistance here, because we don't have any. Nice. So Cronley might be my last station for this run. There's a decent chance of that happening. It's a little bit sad, but it's always like that. Although I'm still very optimistic here. So, Etched Horn, Steel Carbine, Spiked Mask, Runebound Archive, Dagger. No, thank you. No, thank you. But if I remember correctly, I'm moving closer and closer to Cronley. Yeah, -10 needs to shields. That's what my build needed. I mean, I don't aim on a efficient devotion build here at all, because if I survive that long, I want to reset the devotions later. But for now, I want to configure the devotions mostly into a direction where they help me surviving longer. Alright. Because I'm well aware of the fact that this is maybe not the ideal constellation to begin with. Yes, I'll help you. You there! How much coin does it need to make you leave? Leave! And thanks for the XP. So, let's see. Yeah. There are so many secret areas. I also haven't cleared out all the secret areas in Burwich. So, there's a lot of stuff to explore there as well. I know of at least 3 areas in the Burwich region which I could blast open with dynamite. One of them is late game, I know that, but 2 of them are meant to be explored earlier, or well, at least I think so. I don't want to go for East March, or is it called like that? Yeah, East March is nothing I want to go to, but the secrets hidden on these maps are so awesome. I mean, I never spoil it myself by looking at maps or something like that. I only keep those secrets I can discover myself, because I feel like that's the most fun to do it. Ah, that's an optional one too. Strategy mainly is to go for a main damage type and devotion and pick some extra resist. Yeah. Basically, what I'm doing here is quite similar to that, because these are also resistances and more resilience. I think it also had... Well, no resistance, but I really want that active. Like, a burst shield is very, very nice for every melee build, in my opinion. I feel like that active skill is maybe the most interesting thing for me in that constellation right now. But at least on paper, it does sound like something I can put to good use. You agree with that? Okay, that's good to hear. Feel like the other stats might be not that interesting, but everybody loves more HP. And like I said, burst shields are so good. Vembraces. Thanks. Waist guard. No, I need stuff with health. I won't be entering this area here, because I know it only leads to an area which I will enter anyways a little bit later. And this is a one-way portal, if I remember correctly. You can't re-enter that. There we go. Skill is not that powerful at max level, but pretty cheap. Yeah. Exactly. It's one of those things which I think, like, if I would ever respec that character, I don't think I would be even considering it a second time. But for my situation right now, it's awesome. I think that burst shield is not high enough for later. So got that royal jelly stuff. What are you guys selling here? Rawari oil. Wrath of the Beast tincture. Okay. Pretty powerful stuff. Probably should check out the Devil's Crossing faction if they sell anything that could help me there. I really love that about the hardcore mode, that it really makes me look harder into my options. With normal mode, usually I just suicide through things until I'm done with it. That is very, very dangerous. Theoretically. Practically, I don't know. Ah, that blade barrier makes me completely immobile. Alright, got it.
Can't do that.
I didn't know that, actually. I wanted to try it at least once. Those stuns are so nasty from trolls. But looks like we're good.
Can't do that.
Pot is coming back online. That guy's already a lot more scary than enemies before. There we go. Did it. The total block damage caps out at a certain amount. That is not exactly that's what I thought would happen with that one. Yeah, 7 levels difference, but a Morning Star, which is on its own already more powerful than my items with a severed claw installed, was well worth it. So let's go to Devil's Crossing. Yeah, with that level difference, I was already thinking about a retreat while I was fighting him. Or much more before I even started. Slith Blood Tincture. Dang. Nothing we would like to use at this point. Too bad. So, that thing is a lot more powerful than my offhand item. So I have to uninstall, or can I acquire another claw? It would be actually way more interesting. There we go. Now the damage difference is way higher even. So this one is weaker than both of my weapons. Okay. I did that because I wanted to have one Severed Claw as a backup. Which I can't just install in case I will find something better along the road. Stream lags a lot when I try to download the game. Well, I wonder how that comes together. Wait a sec. That's not where I wanted to go. Or was it? No, that wasn't where I wanted to go. Here we are. Okay then, these quests are all gone. Good stuff. So I think before I go for Cronley, I will go for some other areas first. So what did that Enrage do? Maybe a moment later. Enrage. Here. Recharge. Duration, offensive ability, defensive ability plus attack speed. I don't care about a few points of defensive ability less, honestly. It won't be that much of an issue. that hefty attack speed bonus though. 9 gig is not that big. No, not at all actually. I've had way larger downloads lately. And I really hope that this trend doesn't speed up too quickly here, because honestly, games are getting bigger and bigger. Only means I need a larger hard disk. So, oh yeah, this was one of the harder fights I remember. Mostly because that guy's pet is extremely powerful. There's a lot of damage over time, slowdown effects. I only remember that you really wanted to get his pet away as quick as possible. Alright. Okay, works out better than I thought. But that's a quite continuous feeling here. No, I don't want to. It wasn't really an AoE field. Yeah, exactly, 50 gigabyte. Like, I still have Baldur's Gate 3 on my hard disk drive. I don't know why, because I'm actually waiting for it to be a little bit more done, basically. But yeah, that's one good example. But there are lots more. Okay, we killed the rat. Quite effectively, if I might say so. I only remember vaguely that the rat was one of the bosses who killed one of my characters a while ago. A long, long while ago. Hooray! Level 28. So, oh yeah, we got the Whirling Death available now. So, what next? 360-degree arc, and sticking to a few more base points. Merciless Repertoire. Frost damage. So that would be adding up a lot more elemental damages. That's also interesting. Sea of Thieves. Is the game any good, actually? Just wondered, because it's that costly and had really bad reviews when it was released. But I know gamers these days, they are more eager than... very, very eager to talk bad about games very quickly. A lot like Divinity, which was buggy as... well... With Divinity, I just had the issue that I had to save and load way too much for my personal taste. I was only playing... I think it was the second part? I don't know. But you had that many interactions with your terrain, and so many of these interactions could have messed your combat up completely, and then you were experimenting and, okay, I misclicked, let's load. Really killed the game experience a lot for me. You play with a group, yeah. My wife and me, we tried to play that, but like I said, the save and load issues kind of killed the experience for us. I mean, I gotta say, back in the day, we both didn't have the strongest machines to play on. So that was an issue as well, because if you have a slow computer on top of that, it's just... well, every game gets stale if you play it too much, if you ask me. At least I am a person thriving on diversity. Always been, always will stay like that. Really, I need to do different games, otherwise I'm growing nuts. But I know what you mean. Baldur's Gate 2 did that to me as well. Like, I was playing that this much that even progress didn't feel like anything at some point anymore, because it just felt dull. Samey. Even though it wasn't samey, and yeah. I guess that's the same thing you're talking about right now. Your experience in the Sea of Thieves depends a lot on your crew and how hardcore the other players on the server are. That sounds like a blessing and a curse at once. Oh boy, that's such a difficult fight. I don't know if I really want to take that. These arena guys are so dangerous. I might be delaying that, or well, let's give them a try. It's really important not to take both at once. Alright. Wrecked by Protoss. I wonder if that was a name some player invented. It gives me a certain feeling like it could. Alright, that guy is getting wrecked by me. But yeah, let's spin another potion. It's just resilient as hell. And considering that I'm pretty much spec'd into offensive, that tells us a lot about these guys. Alright, that was number 1. Happy that I didn't have to take both at once. Brawler's Distinction. Oh. These resistances are so good. Brawler's Exhaustion. Damage. Healing effects increased by minus 80%. Interesting. Death Right Hand Guards. That's necro stuff. Keeps you on edge. We can take most ships, but sometimes we come across some really good players. Well, okay, that does sound like the game is fun. When I hear you talking like that, that certainly does sound like fun. Alright, this guy is less resilient, but has way more DPS than the other guy. But still no real big issue for me. Ow. Good stuff. Wanted Robe of the Wolf. Well, no thanks. Master's Axe of Alacrity. Oh, well. We did the arena brawlers. Came across a sloop we couldn't touch on a galleon with war pirate. Okay. So how many players did you got there? So I mean, how big does your group need to be for that game? Getting closer to the finale here. There's more guys here. And I'll just try to take these guys who are attacking from the higher ground here. Ship can have 2, 3, or 4 people on board. Okay. And are you quite... Is it mandatory to have a max crew, or could it be also good to have just 2 people? Just asking because my wife and me were somehow looking for something nice to play again, just for the 2 of us. And it has become so hard as of lately to find really good co-op games we both like. We still have a hop to get 2 ships on the same ocean, right? Die, bandits! God, I hate these guys on that higher ground. So much walking for to just smack somebody with 1 shot. Alright, that's the second forge of 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it's a little bit much here. Behave. Go. I'll check out that ring in a sec. A sloop with 2 people who know... Alright, I see. So the less people, the more mobility. Sounds fun. Oh, too bad. Again. Wrong stats. I see. Oh, that sounds like fun. And how demanding is it on the computer? I mean, 50 gigabyte or I don't know how much sounds like a quite hefty strain to the system. Or is it just big? Sorry for all those questions, but we literally talked about that 2 hours or 3 ago and didn't know what to play. And we almost downloaded Final Fantasy XIV. And I somehow don't want to go down the MMORPG rabbit hole again, but at the same time, well... Valheim ain't RPG enough, you know. That's the problem about it. And it's not... And it feels a tad bit incomplete at some corners as well. Don't want to talk bad about it, but it does feel a little bit incomplete. Here and there, if you get my idea. I mean... It is a very early access version, so it's decently heavy to run, I see. Well, I think that 8-year-old computer of hers will not be the proper rig to run that then. Too bad. Well, in a few months, maybe. Oh boy, I like that Enrage on the Morningstar. It might be stealing me a little bit of my resistances, but it sure packs a punch. The extra attack speed is so awesome. And for some reason, attack speed is a stat the developers are using quite sparingly. It's pretty hard to to acquire attack speed in this game. Other ARPGs make that way more available. In my opinion, at least. Moonstone Amulet of Protection. Too bad. Too bad. Cultist's Ribbon of Shadows. No. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh god. We are entering Darius Cronley's domain now. Probably. Probably also not. I've not fully decided yet. Probably I'll just go and explore some other area, but if I remember correctly, there was a rift gate in there. It's also way more overpowered in this game, certainly, when you have 5 or more attack. Yeah, exactly, exactly. This whole attack proc thing is quite enormously a thing in Grim Dawn, and that's why they have to limit the attack speed. I totally understand it, because balance-wise the game would go down the gutter. Exactly because of the reasons you're stating here. So I feel like if after I've unlocked that rift gate, we will check out some other areas. So Old Akovia, Quaid, and Stephen Skinner. All right. I want to go back to Burwich and see what I can acquire there. Yeah, we'll take down Moneybags Morton. And get back to Devil's Crossing. So after that, I will fetch myself a cup of tea, but that'll take less than a minute. It's all already prepared. Skinner Family Seal. That's actually quite a good ring. I think I might be using that. Although it has no attack speed, it's still better than the one I already got. Awesome. Nice. So, let's remove that frozen heart there. My mates complain that all my high-level characters are giving lightning shows because there's so much going on. Yeah, that's pretty much a common problem with ARPGs in general, if I might say so. The deeper you go down the road, the more problematic that thing becomes. So, let's see. That should be definitely a big upgrade. Oh well. Just a little bit more damage. But, well, that's okay. Let's dismantle that thing. There we go. Certainly not epilepsy friendly. Well, epilepsy would be one of the worst illnesses for me to suffer from, because it would basically make my gaming experiences a lot harder. I'll be right back with some tea. Okay. Let's visit a few places out here at Burridge. Do I have dynamite on me? Yes, 7 pieces. Awesome. There's one area I've found very close to the beginning. Was it here? No. Then it was up there. Was it already lower crossing? Alright, let's see. These enemies here, they don't really count whatsoever. They're just here to make me feel big and strong. Alright. Fascinating. I didn't expect that thing to even drop anything. So, wait a sec. It had a building right next to it. That's what I know. Then it must have been here. Yeah, that was the corner I was looking for. Yeah. Now I know it again. So we might be. Alright. Let's hope I won't be destroying myself by taking that route, but you know, sometimes those side areas are even worse than the normal course you would take. But let's see. Here. No? Man, where was that proper building? It's the house in the middle right side. There are two things here. There's one, a boat, which will carry you to a side area where the sliths were being created. Oh, did we take that already? But there was another thing. Yeah, this one. Now I found it. Here we go. Take down that shelf and this thing. I either already forgot it or I never found it back then. But oh my god, the hidden path. Yeah, I already found that, and I should not go there. I should not go there. This is if I remember correctly, you dive into an eldritch realm in there. It was pretty epic in there. That one time I've been there. Not sure if I would be up for that. Shrine of Drieg. I don't know. It was pretty cool though. So, let's see. Void marked. Okay, we can deal with that one. Let's try it. Since it worked out quite decently, I don't want to run for that. But I vaguely remember that you had to enter some Eldritch Realm at the end of this. And I also vaguely remember being killed at the end of this quite brutally. Also, these guys spread so much AoE. Alright. I don't know if that's really a good alternative to Darius Cronley, but if it works, you know. There we go. Yeah, it's something where you need to go when you complete your first playthrough before you... Why is that so? Care to explain? I'd be appreciating. I forgot a lot of things from way back then, and then I stopped playing the game because I wanted the DLCs and I never bought them. So... The last boss killed your first hardcore character. Awesome. Good to know. So that's why you're recommending it to me? Well, I just want to clear this area a tad bit. And I don't know if I even go deeper into the challenges here. Because honestly, this might be even more dangerous than the plan I had before. Eye of the Guardian. Yeah, Guardian of Drieg. There we go. I don't want to fight against the Guardian of Drieg and another random boss at the same time. Thank you. Stay with me, Mr. Random Boss. Stay away, Guardian of Drieg. Thank you. Everything going according to plan. I like it. Let's fall back a bit and re-engage. I recommend to wait. Yeah. These Eyes of the Guardian, they are... Yeah. That's just a skill of his. I won't be proceeding here. That's just very, very uncautious. I discovered that, or rediscovered that, a few days ago, and I was like, man, I want to try out again what's in there. But my newest character didn't have any dynamite at that point, and I was like, well, too bad. So let's get back into Cronley's hideout. Nobody says that I have to enter the door where Cronley lies behind. I can't just chicken out if I'm not up to it. Although it doesn't... I don't know, was Cronley a two-phase boss or was he a one-phase boss? I can't remember. Oh yeah, this is going to be a quite dangerous one. That shrine down here I remember as a quite dangerous one, to be quite honest. With a ghost and all. More dynamite! Lovely. He has faces where you can't hurt him. But more like, do I need to deplete his health bar twice or not? I can't remember. I know Creek had that double kill mechanic. But I think Cronley didn't. No? I think Cronley was just takes very long, right? Alright. It's just a tanky guy. Yeah. So, oh yeah, of course. That's what I remembered. If you just rush through to the shrine, they just, you're just in a very, very bad situation there. I think that wasn't all yet. Annals of Arcovia. That was... Bring the Annals to Amkala at the Rover Camp. Okay, will do. Promise. Puncturing Steel Heavy Axe of the Fury. Awesome. Just what I needed. Even more attack speed. I mean, not the best weapon to begin with, but... still a lot better than what I already got. Nice. Alright, cleansing that shrine. Good stuff. Chain Belt of Spines. Hey, look at that! It even has it even has 5% of ether resistance. Honestly, I am really tempted to wear that one. Mostly because it has resistances I'd like to have. I got 80% poison and acid resistance? Oh, I shouldn't have been that afraid about the boss. Alright, well. Not sure about that belt, though. Hooray! 100 HP more! I love that. Can't have too much HP. Alrighty, nice start. But, seriously, I feel like I should be able to tackle the Guardian of Dreeg with that amount of poison resistance, don't you agree? Because I'm my resistances are basically perfect for that enemy. At least I should give him a try when I am done here. Or chickening out in front of Cronley. But I think I want to take a try on Cronley. Alright, there we go. Probably, right? Thing is, there's a lot of ether damage already in our way, and there was no real big problem with that whatsoever. So I figure that I should at least have a good chance. And if I remember correctly, Cronley's attacks, he was using a lot of AoE fields and stuff like that, which you can avoid quite easily. At least I hope I'll be able to. Ooh, that guy deals a lot of damage though. But he's squishy as hell. Seriously, I took a lot of damage there. Steel Longsword of Slaughter. Well, definitely doesn't look like that. I mean, I am super happy. I'm not fighting with severed arms of monstrosities anymore. I'm now finally using real weapons. I consider that a big step forward in my career. Yeah, right. Just way more squishy than me. Just way more squishy than me. Thing is, I already know that my resilience, my tankiness, will be gone as soon as we reach higher difficulty levels, because right now my resilience is basically just an advantage of base stats, which I happen to have due to my skill decisions. But when we reach the end of the skilling progress, we will not be that lucky anymore. Well, the resistances are not that good, but honestly, 357 health, that just is way too much to pass on that. So I don't have any bristly furs right now, but that's almost 300 health more even without the fur. Or do I have a fur? I mean, we killed a lot of enemies. Yeah, well. Search function for the inventory would be really neat. Sure thing. Oh, so many bosses here. I like that.
Can't do that yet.
There we go. Hooray! Scrap! Oh dear, that looks dangerous. But actually it just looked like that. Crazy. Speaking about things looking like something, this looks like there's a hidden door somewhere to enter that area. Probably there is. Hooray! Level 29. So let's check. This is pretty far away. We're halfway there. If I would try to acquire that, this would be 8 levels just straight out leveling just for that last skill. I dislike that idea. So instead, Elemental Awakening, Frostburn damage. So this will make the skill do damage. This reduces entrapment durations. It's pretty powerful as well. I decided that I'm going to rebuild the first character. Ooh, that's a nice idea. It will also show you how much your playstyle has changed since then. So let's grab a few more Demolitionist skills. And then decide what to max out next. Right now the base stats are so appealing to me. I don't want to skip out on that. There's a totem down over there, but I wanted to wait until I've cleansed that area correctly, fully. So I won't be attacking that boss before I'm done with his henchmen. Although I just strongly considered increasing the pneumatic burst skill first, because that has so many extra additions. Not only defensive ones, total speed bonus also increases my move speed. But not only move speed, but also combat speed. Mine was a cultist shaman, poison damage over time, very high. Seriously? That's fun, because that's basically almost the same thing I played. I can log in my first character, or yeah, that was the first character I really played for a longer time. Wait a sec, my camera is just a little bit off. Is it better now? Well, not really. Whatever. I'm pretty sure it's not the same build you did, but I chose that basically because I love the pets and I love the spells there. I combined spells and pets, which didn't work out too fine in the long run, but I don't mind. I had no clue about Grim Dawn back then, or well, more like I had no clue how the character development system of the game works. Everybody online, yeah, well, you know, people online, they are... My experience is a lot of online players are pretty meta slave, or pretty much meta slaves. They believe something somebody discovered, and they a lot of people shy away from experimenting on their own and trying out things because somebody else must have already discovered what's best. So There's no point searching for it. But I don't want to talk bad about other people's yeah, Grats. That has to mean something after all. Alright, wish me luck. That one's gonna be rough. I just hope no Ironside Hulks. So let's see. This looks like an easy one. Famous last words. Seriously, as long as they don't come with Ironside Hulks and Flesh Hulks, I'm very, very happy. Because in my opinion, these are among the worst enemies that can spawn out of a totem. This and everything bigger than them. There's also such ethereal monsters, which are basically like a walking huge crystal shard. Oh my god, that's a lot of loot. They all use builds found online. Yeah, of course. That's exactly what I said, you know? Just reading stuff on the internet and not daring to dream big themselves. Poor souls. I don't know. I've been always that kind of player who... I like to look up things, how they could work if I don't know anymore. But until then, I always tried to find my own way first, because this way I realized over the course of the years that the information I absorbed out of the guides and such was worth way more, because it was so much easier for me to think about, is that really good? Do I really need that? Or if I need that, what do I need it for? Most importantly, let's check out that Twilight Signet. It does not have any attack speed, which is bad, but it has very, very desirable stats, and it's going to replace the gold band here. Because life leech resistance and vitality, these are so high resistances, that's amazing. You don't see these too often, and I don't know, phantasmal armor, I think that was a pretty good skill too. Yeah, exactly. So do I still have a frozen heart? Luckily I do. Here we go. So, vitality resistance and bleeding resistance are way higher now. That's good. That's a good start. Especially the vitality resistance will come in handy against demons. Yeah, but, you know, I don't want to be that harsh. I think for a lot of people it's exactly the other way around. A lot of people don't like to think too much about these things. They actually, I always thought like these people do like it more when they have a clear, a straight guideline to follow, if you get my idea. So, yeah, well, as long as I don't stand in those ether puddles, this damage is quite manageable, so... Still need to take down the mobs, though. Yeah, easy peasy. We can do that. Unless he's amping up his performance at some point, but I don't think so. He stays pretty much the same as he is right now. It's just a ton of ads I need to take care of regularly. And he's quite the drain to my pots, but... Alright, let's not be too happy too early. Du sollst den Tag nicht vor dem Abend loben. That's what us Germans say. Roughly translates to don't be happy about the day before the evening is there. But this looking good. As much as I can't already say that much. This looking good. I only need to be careful when my regeneration of the pot is down and I don't have any spell potions available. These are spell potions, health potions. These are kind of like the most dangerous moments I've seen so far. But it's only a few seconds of downtime, you know. Alrighty. Let's take that a tad bit more serious because I'm out of pot. That sounds weird if I say that it's like that. Makes me sound like a real pothead. Not that I would mind, but... I was, of course, talking about health pots. What else? Here we go! Die, Cronley! Die! Happy. Yeah, energy is so far no problem. Unless it changes when I upgrade my skills more. They turn out to be more costly at some point. So, that hood is not interesting at all. Brigandine Mask. Well... no thanks. War Maul. No thanks either. Morningstar. Emerald Ring of Fortitude. Health regen, constitution. Sounds better than it is. Scale mail of Embraces of Oleron's Wrath. No thank you. Okay. Destroy the laboratory and the crystal. Okay. Tad bit more lore, and wow, I really did it. Didn't think that this would go that smoothly. But this brings us deeper into Arkovia. Nice. The next thing I'm worried about is the area with the lots of undead. But, well, I just managed to kill Cronley with 0% ether resistance quite good, so we should be okay for now. Alright, but I really want to visit that Dreeg boss one more time because, you know, I've got that much poison resistance, it would be a shame not to put that to good use. Who knows how long I have that. Alright. So, let's go back there. Or wait a sec, Burr, which was actually the better jump point. As weird as it might be, but it is, as a matter of fact, closer there. So there was one more entrance here. I knew it. So let's see if that greed will ultimately kill me now. There's a decent possibility that this might happen. But if I was able to kill Cronley with no ether resistance at all... No, I'm trying that Dreeg boss one more time, because I felt like I got that much poison resistance, I should give it a try. I definitely should give it a try. All my characters usually have way less poison resistance than that, so... Alright, the Eyes of the Guardian are not really something I can change. They keep respawning constantly. Well, didn't use a single health potion so far. That's looking good. Maybe I was a little bit too scared in the first moment, but that's just memories of me being squished by that situation. Alright. Health potion. Oh, I didn't need to drink that. Just was checking when it comes back online, and then I sipped it for no good reason. So there we go. Runestone of Dreeg. There we go. So, how did that thing work again? Acquire the runestone of Drake, yeah, okay. There was one really, really horrible boss I can somehow remember. Wasn't it a avatar of Mogdrogan at the end of this whole thing, which just kicked me? I didn't remember anymore. You can open a hidden path around Homestead there. Ah, that's so. I'm done here. I see. So, you know what? Hey, Lakote, welcome. So let's pay a little bit visit to the Slith here. I wanted to check out that area. I haven't visited that area for a long time, and I feel like Hargate's Isle again. Wait a sec. Shouldn't these be higher level? I think inside the laboratory they should be higher level, no? I thought that was a area that adapted better to the players. Oh, let's see. Well, under these circumstances, though, it's all a little bit of a joke, but... Well, I don't remember Hargrave's laboratory as some easy pickings, and... Or Hargate, not Hargraves. Hargraves is somebody else. Exactly, that's what I was thinking about. Slith are exactly the kind of damage I'm strong against right now, so... Time to give that laboratory a try.
That's locked.
What? Where'd you find that key? Where did you get that key again? I really forgot. You're chosen to be my bedtime entertainment today. Have a good night. Alright. I feel flattered. Where did you get the quest again? I totally forgot. Can't remember at all where the quest for that thing came from.
Well, the world is a little safer.
Hooray!
Now that we're not in any...
That's a lot of experience. Quest chain from the map professor. Let's try that. If Kasparov has anything for me. That's a decent idea. Yeah. Well, no. Where was that again? Barnabas?
Get right to business.
Oh no, that's just Homestead. It's just the Homestead main quest. And where does that thing lead? Old Grove. What's Old Grove? Is that new? Totally normal arbiter. This is not the shield you're looking for. So... I found one of those already. Well, if you know anything about this, please feel free to enlighten me, because I have literally no clue. Well, okay, then these guys don't want to play with me. I think this is a fixed drop. I don't think that this should drop anywhere else, because I don't have any chance of finding items of that quality as of yet. Not possible. So I assume this, since there was nothing there except for that scrap pile to punch out the legendary there. I've already found on one of my other characters a similar thing, which is also a buckler. So it was a... Okay. I'm confused, but that's okay. I also play Amazing Confusion Simulator, so that's fine. My god, we're destroying those beasts here easily. Oh yeah, another devotion shrine. So I'll Google up the things of Hargrade's Island. I know that I did that once, but I totally forgot how to acquire that quest. I do enjoy the performance of this build though a lot. Not even Skeletal Knights are a problem anymore. That's always a good thing to see, because Skeletal Knights are pretty tanky. There we go. Oh my god. So much damage. Oh yeah, another totem shrine. And a bunch of undead behind me. Don't think that I didn't notice you. $30! Feeling big now. Alright. So, what do we have here? Requires a one-handed melee weapon. Total damage mode. That's so low bonus. Although we would increase those bonuses further. Let's not judge too quickly. Well. Brimstone. Okay. I think I want to increase these things here. You can pick Grenado. I don't know. Should I? I always feel like spells are pretty bad. Well, okay. Knockdown. Knockdown is possibly the good reason for that. But do you have other reasons for that? Because I always didn't like to combine spells with skills too much. Oh my god, this is not good. This is a gargantuan boss. And it's physical damage, I see. Thanks for the recommendation. I think I would have not even considered that as an option here. But now that you say it like that, it perfectly makes sense. Oh, I don't like that situation. I'd rather decimate those guys a little bit. Don't stand directly in the attack area of that gargantuan boss, maybe. Such things help a lot. Ooh boy, that's a lot of damage though. But we are already on a pretty good way here. Alright, there we go. It's looking good now. Bam! Nice! Whew! Group clearing ability is amazing. Well, the thing I consider here most is I will have a option of attacking from afar. That thing just confused me. Collect forgotten passages within the ruins, I see. Elixir of the Ether, man. Corruption Relic, is that a good one for me? Not really, too bad. Mark of Broken Oaths. Health, pierce resistance, bleeding resistance. Well, wrong class though. Wraithbound Moonstone Band. No thanks. Runebound Archive. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. Well, you consider that a reward? I don't. The biggest reward of that would be just piling it up and selling it to the trader. Alright. But these situations here, they are so easy to manage right now. I'm very happy with that. What's in the box? Well, nothing too special though. At least a few components. Always nice to have. Wow. I really always like that when you're standing in the middle of a big bunch of enemies and you just slap them like that. Always feel like these undead areas are a very good source of experience during this phase of the game because they come up in such large numbers and you can't clear them this easy. Alright. There we go.
That skill's not ready.
Chain Trench Code of Kings. That's a neat one, except for the extremely low amount of stats on it. Alright, we would get either this... I want that turtle shell now. Let's put it onto the Veil of Shadows skill, because that's one I always have enabled, so... Steel Heavy Axe, no thanks. Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't even thought about that. But faction reputation should be a thing I should be thinking about more. Basically, I also feel like it would be very, very important for me to slow down my progress soon. Because with hardcore characters, I feel like it's often worth to revisit places and gather up things you might consider useful later down the road. There we go. Iron Warhammer of the Venom Claw. Okay. So, I think I'll be dropping the stream here after I cleared the outside areas for today. I feel like that's enough. So, next time I'll go into the underground ruins of Old Akovia, but for today I just want to clear out the outside areas and then have a nice night of rest. Scrap and components, exactly. And I'm pretty sure that late game recipes will just need more of that. I somehow got the feeling that with late game items you just need tons of these items, tons of those resources. Aww, the Arkovian undead are now hating me for real. Good thing. Now I feel well. Alright. Oh, there's yet another hive. Cool. Good lord, that's a lot of damage. really comes up clearly whenever enemies are surrounding me with really low HP pools. I'm noticing it a lot there. So this looks like a location where I don't see everything right now. But no. Just looking fancy, I guess. Or I'm not noticing anything, something important here. Rare components, lots of ether crystals and scrap, yeah. Just what I had expected, to be fair. Swarming Hive. AKA free experience area. Well, not exactly free, but... Apart from farming royal jelly, these areas do not serve much purpose, I guess. Ooh, there's a big chest in there, though. Turin's grips. Oh my god, that's looking... 12% attack speed. That's just what I wanted. And more. Holy moly, that's a good one. That's truly a good one. You see that? That's a big damage upgrade. Also, it went on Explosive Strike, which means my AoE now is even larger. But I need to get away from that. That's a skull enemy, and whoa! Skull enemies are always very important to take them serious. Get back into a potion here. Doing fine, but that's one of the nasty surprises. To show me the Swarming Hive ain't that easy at all. Okay, there's a rifle. Yeah, that was one of the best items I could find, in my opinion, because it just amps up all the damages I like on this character, and it also gave me an upgrade to one of my bread and butter skills. Because honestly, that Exploding Strike right now is one of the most effective things in my build. It's like 90% of my clear speed comes from that one. That's why I maxed it out that early as well. It's one of the big boss these hives. Yeah. Some of these hives have really nasty end encounters. That's what I like about this game. It has almost no really completely random, useless dungeon areas compared to other ARPGs. There's always something handcrafted in it you should be keeping an eye out for. It's either some region or some boss or both of it. And that's what I really like. The only one? Let me see. I didn't know. You seem to have consumed a little bit more of these informations than me. But that's good. At least somebody to ask. So, there we go. Almost 6k HP. Definitely should talk with these guys back there still. Here and here. These are fake extorters, but I always give them the money and get them back into Devil's Crossing because I'm a nice guy. Almost 800 hours. I don't know how many hours I put into that game, but also a lot. But I think it was only between 300 and 400 hours, so... Oh, the Arcovian Colosseum. Home of one of the most disgusting pieces of lore I've found so far in the game. So let's check out the environment effect here before I do anything silly. Cool. More crit damage and more likely to miss. Let's see. So tell me, was that Colosseum always implemented, or was it added later into the game? Because I feel like it was added later into the game. I can't remember that this was a thing back when I played the game, and I kept wondering if my memories are wrong or if it's really a new piece of content they created. Alright, I'm gonna do the Colosseum and then thought Okovia was only underground. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that Colosseum here really surprised me as well. But I know the devs did add new areas into the game quite regularly. I mean, Hargate's Island was also not part of the game when it was new. And it got added after the release. It was basically the first extra area they added after I played the game, and ever since then I think they expanded the game a tad bit more here and there. Steel Crescent Axe of Fury. Sounds like something I might want to have, but only sounds like that. We'll see if it has a shrine. I don't know anymore, actually. I only did it a few times so far. Or a few times I can remember, that is. Did they actually add shrines with the add-ons? Yes, they did, right? That was something I kept asking myself, if they increased the amount of constellations with the add-ons or not. Because I forgot to check it out, and then I kept forgetting to look it up, and now I'm asking you. Still need to buy the new patch, I see. Yeah, well, judging from what I've seen so far, this is one of the... You know, that game ain't even costly to begin with, you know. There are so many more costly games out there, and in some odd way, even Path of Exile is more costly than this one, because Path of Exile might be faking its free-to-play, but if you don't buy at least some inventory stash tabs or stuff like that, you will suffer quite hard with that game. Just my opinion. All right, there we go. New level up. So let's see. Do I want the flame touched skill that high? No, I want to increase the whirling death for now. I really like an attack that goes point blank AoE around me. More of these, please. Also, it adds into my basic damage as well. Alright, it's almost end for today. Let's just finish that here. Steel Warhammer of Alacrity. Sounds big, but is not. First expansion is about 80% of the main game content. Yeah, we're talking about Ashes of Malmeth now? I haven't finished it yet because it's just so massive. Like, I finally at least reached Malmeth, you know? Like the town itself. But oh my god, that's a lot of content there. I see. Fallen Gods is smaller than that. Fallen Gods is this map here. You start down here and you work yourself up here. I don't know, it doesn't really look like it is. Yeah, well, okay, this stuff is actually already, it's not that small. Like the maps themselves, like for example the Karen docks are huge, massive area, and the basalt cracks in these areas are also pretty large. But apart from that, I felt like I was playing Malmeth now longer than the Fallen Gods. Alright, so bedtime or end of the stream time. Thank you so much for keeping me in good company, and I hope you are finding a good night. Today's stream will be uploaded tomorrow, or will be released tomorrow at 2 AM. And yeah, See you guys soon. Bye-bye.